Hey guys, Fox Protocol Mining here, coming at you with a new video. Today is going to be a tutorial for you guys on how to connect to Firo on minerpool.org. So I'm going to be mostly talking about the Firo pool itself. However, I will touch on how to connect to the solo pool, as the process is very similar. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to click on this blue mine button, and that will take you to the Firo dashboard. If you select the solo pool, it will be a slightly different URL. So keep that in mind when you are up here to make sure you have the correct URL, to make sure you have the correct connection. Also, in hindsight, if you are trying to look your worker up on the dashboard by posting your wallet address to search your worker, make sure that you're on the correct URL. If you're a solo miner and you come to the pool and search for your worker, it will not display. And vice versa, if you're a pool miner and you search on the solo pool, you're not going to see your worker. And then you're going to freak out and wonder why the universe has stopped because you cannot find your worker. So please make sure you have the correct URL. So for the Firo pool, you're going to click this blue connect button, and you're going to want to see which one of these stratums is closest to your physical location, just to make sure you're getting the best connection possible. Also down below, you're going to see examples for T-Rex and Team Red Miner, just on how to, a very basic means of showing you what your batch file is going to look like. Gminer is listed, but it does not support Firo at this time, so please keep that in mind. They have download buttons here, but for the sake of this video, guys, I have the official GitHub release pages here, and they will be linked in the description down below. Also, if you've gotten this far and you do not have a wallet, this is a link to the official Firo page, so you can look at their desktop wallet options. They also have mobile wallets and third-party wallets, so you can use Zelcore, Coinomi, Trust, etc. I also downloaded the Electron wallet just to test it out, and I'll be demonstrating that in this video as well. So the Electron wallet here, when you first download this, it will tell you it's a malicious file. I downloaded it anyway and didn't have any issues, but please download at your own risk. When you first get in here, it's going to ask you if you want to import an existing Firo wallet or if you want to create a new one. Obviously, most of you are going to want to create a new wallet. It will give you a seed key, which is a list of words on the page. You absolutely need to write these down and store them somewhere safe. That way you don't lose them. Do not put them in a notepad on your computer. Do not take a photo of them, because if malicious actors were to get access to any of your devices, they would have the seed phrase and could import your wallet anywhere else and steal your funds. So please keep that aware. When you download the miners, please keep in mind they're compressed zip files. If you do not have a way to open a compressed zip file, you need to come over to 7zip.org and download their free software so that you're able to open those files. Another word on downloading these files, they're going to show up in your downloads. Obviously, you're going to want to create a unique folder, preferably on your desktop. If you want to put it somewhere else, that's completely up to you. But when you extract these, it's just so much easier to browse to your desktop and select the folder that you're going to be downloading. That way everything's tidy, you know exactly where it is, and it's easy to find. If you leave them in here and you extract them, they will extract in your downloads list, and as you download more things over time, it'll get harder and harder to find your miner. So please keep that in mind. So when we come into the Team Red miner, there's going to be quite a few different, I mean, they build these things really well. If you have any questions, you can just kind of look through the miner itself and see if there's something that you could find. But for us on Firo, we see Start Firo and Start Firo Testnet. Now this is a little bit confusing for people, because if you click the edit button for this, it's going to pop up and tell you it's protecting you. Just click more info, run anyway. You're going to see this MPT, and if we read here, it's going to fork in 2021. Obviously it's 2022. This fork has already occurred, so this is no longer an accurate batch file. So you actually want to use the testnet file, which is kind of silly. Or you can just edit the original file if you want to. But notice the algorithm here is Firo PAL, which is the algorithm that it currently is, and the one that you want. This will say the script's only for testing, but because this is now the live chain, this is what we need to edit. So we want to leave the stratum plus TCP in here. What we need to go back and get is the connect tab here, and I'm going to get the US East address here. We're going to copy that, and we're going to go back to our folder, and we are going to punch that in here, and now it wants the port number. So we need this port number here, which is 14058. This is for the pool. If you're mining solo, you'll notice that the server address is the same, but the port number is different. So if you want to solo mine, you're going to enter 14068 at this step. But we are setting up for a pool, so we're going to paste that in. And now it's going to ask you for a user. So we're going to go to our wallet, and we're going to get our wallet address, which is our user. And we will paste. Password is set to X. You do want to change this. Change it to whatever you feel comfortable. I'm just going to type jum just because on minerpool.org, instead of your IP address, it will actually ask you for a worker password in order to change your minimum payout. So if you want to make any adjustments to how often you get paid on minerpool.org, you're going to need a worker password. So it is important that you set that. If it is set to X, Minerpool will not allow you to change your minimum payout. This is a safety feature because obviously everything defaults to X, and they don't want anybody to just be able to come to your wallet address and change your minimum payout. You'll also notice an asterisk here. That means this is not saved, so you'll save that. If for any reason you want an extra layer of security here, type pause at the end of this and then save it again. That way when you start this up, if there's any issues when you start it up, the miner won't immediately close, which means you'll be able to see what the error was and you'll be able to take steps to correct it. Now, this is Team Red Miner, so I cannot demonstrate its functionality for you, unfortunately, because I have an NVIDIA GPU in this particular computer at this time. So I cannot start this miner because it will not work. That concludes Team Red. If you were very patiently waiting through my video for the T-Rex miner, we are now to that part. For T-Rex, you will open it up, and we have Firo. We have 3 different pool options here. If you don't want to delete those, you simply need to create a new text document and open it up, File, Save As. Instead of new text document, you can just type Firo, and then you can type minerpool, and then type bat, and save, and then X out of that. You'll notice you still see your new text document there, but now we have Firo minerpool. And if you want to set it up correctly, here's a little cheat. Click edit. This is going to tell you it's protecting you. Click run anyway. Take this, copy, X out, edit, paste. We now have a perfectly good working Firo thing here. And obviously we need to make the same changes that we made before. If you are here for this, take your server out and leave the stratum in and don't go too far, paste. And now we need to change our connection tab here, which is 14058. So 14058. User, we're going to go back in, copy. I always do that, sorry. Hurting everybody's eyeballs. Paste, now you're in there. If you want to, actually this is something I didn't cover on the Team Red. If you do want to name your rig, put a period and then whatever you want here, and that will be the name of your rig after the period. Again, we've got the password, which we're going to change to jum. Obviously, there's your asterisk, it's not saved. You'll hit save. The pause is already there, so this will not immediately close if you encounter an error. You'll go back in and you'll double click and you will be mining. Whew. But yeah, fellas, that's it. That should cover most of your issues. If for any reason you get, I would say the most common issue you're probably going to get is either you didn't change the wallet address, meaning you're now mining to somebody else's wallet, or you input the wrong address somehow. Either you didn't copy paste or you copy and pasted it incomplete. That can cause issues as well. So those are just kind of some common things. If you get a little bit more in depth, that's why I included the pause, because that will enable you to search for your specific issue. But guys, that is it in a nutshell. I hope this video was informative. I tried to keep it as short as I could. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please hit me up in the comments on the video down below. Or, as always, come visit me in the Minerpool Discord and ask any questions that you may have there. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you.